Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got that starts today, Tuesday, September 2nd. That goes to next Tuesday, September the 9th, 2025. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. Different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, everything if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenges giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to get my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate it. First things first, I'd like to apologize for the lateness of the video. I'm working my 12-hour day shift today, and I appreciate everyone's patience and support on these days. Now, of course, we just got a brand spanking new update here today. We also got a brand new Season 22 Season Pass, which is pretty awesome, very interesting for sure. But there are some nice items in there I wouldn't mind getting. Now, if you do wonder why I have more score than you right out the hop in the first day, take a look at the top right-hand corner of the screen. I have a 30% boost. So 5% of that I claimed right off the current Season 22 Season Pass right on the very first page for 0 tickets. I did that during the daily challenge video. Of course, you can claim that by being a Fallout First member or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Now, the other 25% comes from drinking a score booster drink, which gives us an extra 25% on top of what we have already for a boost for 24 hours. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so again, there's a lot of brand new stuff here in the game. Lots of new stuff, as we discovered during our daily challenge video. And very interesting for sure. I did find out how to scrap items after building them in your camp or your shelter, so that was pretty awesome. So again, we will take a look at that here in this video so you guys can check that out. So let's see here. Build decorations in a workshop or camp 25. So if you guys remember previous to this update, it was build a floor or wall decor in a workshop or camp. So this one here replaces that because all those decorations are, I think, in one little category here now, and then they're kind of split off in like little branches to kind of little sub branches, so to speak. So again, you can claim any workshop in the map will do. Your one closest to you, your favorite one, whatever you want to do. Then once when you claim it, go ahead and build your decorations there. We're just going to do it right here in our camp. Of course, we have to build 25 of them. Now, I recommend, if you don't plan on keeping it, is kind of build away from like a building or a prefab. So that way there you don't accidentally scrap it, right? So I don't really end up keeping it, but you can plan on keeping it if you want. It's really up to you. All right, so let's go to our build menu here. All right, so we have decorations right here. We're going to slide it over. Now, I know it's a little hard to see because I'm in the top right-hand corner here. But I recommend, if you don't plan on keeping something, I recommend building something that doesn't cost a lot of resources, okay? So I usually recommend rugs or mats, okay? And rugs and mats are something you get very early on in game. They usually only cost you cloth or rubber, or cloth and rubber. And those are two items that we usually have a lot of junk items of. And again, you can get them very early just by claiming workshops and very cheap in other players' camps. So that's what we're going to build. We're going to build a couple of these rugs here. As you can see, they just cost us some cloth. We're just going to build all the same. And again, it's really up to you. You can decide to keep what you build. But we're just going to build a bunch of these, and then we're going to scrap them here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It definitely does seem to be a little bit more smoother when you're placing things down, that's for sure. Like a lot smoother. Before it was like really kind of glitching in and out sometimes. But yeah, hopefully this will kind of inspire people to kind of get back into building camps and such. There we go. Build a decoration, a workshop, or camp. 25 for 25. All right. So again, if we're looking to scrap them, so you guys can't see, but at the top left-hand corner, you have build or modify next to it. Now I'm going to hit LS, which brings it to modify, and now I'm able to select it and then scrap. All right. Where before it was a little bit different. We didn't have that other little section, so there's like one little section that we have that kind of added in, but you know, just something to kind of get used to. And then when you do scrap your items, you do get half of them back. Just kind of keep that in mind. And again, if you don't plan on keeping it like myself, I kind of recommend kind of building them in a nice little wide open area. If you build them inside of a building or a prefab, you might be losing that building, right? Very easy to do. I've definitely done it a couple times myself. I think that's it, yeah. Right, let's take a hard exit out here. There we go. Oh, we missed one. That's fine. I'll get that one later on. All right, let's see what's next here, Jimmy. All right, build decorations in a shelter, 15. All right, so again, you will need a shelter for this, okay, your own shelter. Now, if you did not know, you can get yourself a free shelter here in the game. You come up here to Vault 51. Now, if you're brand spanking new to the game, never played it before, I would say the hardest part is making your way up here. But what you do a very easy little quest. There's no enemies involved. It's about 5-7 minutes long, very easy to do. You get yourself a free shelter as well as some decorations for that shelter, which is pretty cool. I actually have a video I made a few years back, but I made a newer one just last year in 2024 with my low level guys, so you can check that out if you so wish. Now, if you're a returning player and you played during the old scoreboards, if you made it all the way to rank 100 on scoreboard 13, basically you would have got yourself a free vault lobby shelter, no, sound stage shelter, sorry, sound stage shelter is what you would get right at rank 100. Now, if you paid for Fallout First just once, just for 1 month in your entire life, and you don't pay for Fallout First ever again, and you claimed the vault lobby shelter during that time you had Fallout First, you'll always have that shelter even though you don't pay for Fallout First anymore. So I have 3 shelters myself, and all 3 of them I got for free, right? Just let you know what that looks like. All right, let's go inside of our shelter here. This is the sound stage shelter. This is one we got at the old 13 scoreboard, the old-fashioned scoreboards we used to have at rank 100. All right, so we have to build a decoration again. If you don't plan on keeping it, just build something that doesn't cost a lot of resources. So we're going to hit our build menu here. We're going to go back to build. There we go. Decorations, let's slide it over. And again, a lot of floor decor here. Like, I've been playing for a very long time, and I have like so much stuff. It's unbelievable what I have in here. We're going to go ahead and build a couple of these little guys here. Again, I don't plan on keeping anything. They're going to cost me 4 wood each, which is fine, which I have, as you can see, all kinds of. We're just going to go ahead and build these on the floor. There you go, build a decoration in a shelter, 15 for 15. Now, in order to scrap that, again, you can't see in the top left-hand corner, but basically you have either build or modify. And me, I'm on Xbox Series X, I have to hit the LS. I'm able to modify, brings us to this screen here, and then I'm able to kind of highlight each one, and then I just kind of go ahead and scrap just the same exact way we always have been, the same buttons. Okay. And again, when you do scrap, you do get half of it back, whether you're in a shelter or you're in a workshop or your camp. And again, you can also keep what you build. It's up to you. Right, hard exit now, because it used to be a short it was always kind of a long exit to get out of that build menu, but I find it's a little bit longer now, like maybe a few more seconds. Right, let's pop on out of here. We'll leave the light on for the maid. She's going to do a little bit of cleaning up there. Over there in the corner. Hopefully you guys can see me okay there. Just 1 second. There we go. Turn the light up a little bit. Right on, Jim. Alright, let's see what's next. Now we did complete one here. Let's take a look at that real quick here. It was kill a creature 25 for 25. We actually did this one during our daily challenge video. I never really saw it kind of popping up until at the very end, until we got credit, and I realized, oh, it must be a weekly challenge. So basically, kill a creature is everything. Everything is on the table, right from the simple old Brahmin down through Flatwoods, right up to the hardest level creature we have in the game. Humans, robot, everything is on the table. Again, even if you're a lower level player, go right down here through good old Flatwoods there. Okay, again, there's about 3 mole rats here, 1 opossum. Right about here, there's 3 mongrels. Some random animals up in this little hill here. There's 9 Brahmin. 3 other opossums right down through Flatwoods. It is a really good spot. You can get that done in no time. Usually a little bus shelter right here, right across the green country. There's a couple of rad roaches in there. Nice and easy to do. So again, everyone should be able to do that one. It doesn't matter what region you're in. Everything is good to go. So that was that's pretty good. So during our daily challenge video, we killed a bunch of Scorched, killed a bunch of mole miners, and you can check out that video. I made it just before this one here. All right. Scrap junk to produce bone 15. So lucky for us, bone is a junk item, in which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any tinker's workbench here in the game. So you go up to a tinker's workbench, you go ahead and go craft. You go down here to bulk. Go down here to bone shards. To bulk 1 bone shard, you need 20 bone shards and 2 plastic. You go ahead and you bulk that and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people who like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items in the game. It literally takes you 5 seconds to do. Now, if you're legitimately looking for bones, there's many great ways we can find bones here in the wasteland. I usually find super mutants. Usually have those meat bags. Usually you'll find bone in around them. Right down here in Camden Park, right across from the Drostos, you'll see a little area with a bunch of basketballs. There's usually about, I would say, about 5 or 6 skulls there, and you can pick up the skulls and do it that way as well. If you go after mole rats, now I'm talking about the brood mothers, okay? There's usually about 3 of them right down here at Well Station, 2 a little bit further down the tracks here, and 1 when you loop right back up right about this was, so I would say 3 or 4 at the very most. They will have what's called mole rat teeth on them, and when you scrap them, it'll give you bone. And mole miners, are a really good source if you lucky enough to get the mole miner gauntlets off them. When you scrap them, you get mole miner teeth, and then mole rat teeth. And when you scrap the mole rat teeth, you get bone from them as well, right? But there's a little bit more of a process. It really depends on how much time you have and what you want to do. But I find one of the best spots for bone is actually right here in Lewisburg. So let's pop in here to Lewisburg here real quick. And this is probably the best location, I would say. So we're going to go right here, because you can use the Nuka World on Tour as a free fast travel when you discover. Okay. We're going to go right to the blue building here. It is the Rob Van Lowe Taxidermy. We're going to pop right inside here. Now, how many bone do we need there? We need 15 bone. So these guys right here, these Brahmin skulls, they give you 5 bone. So if we pick that up, we're going to go to our Pip-Boy under new. Brahmin's going to see they're 5 bone. Pretty good. So we just need 2 more of them, which this place has. All right. Let's head upstairs here. There'll be a couple rad roaches up here, and that will also count as creatures. But these antlers here as well, these antlers will also count as bone. Okay. Okay. Another one right there as well. Usually there's another dude around there. He's right there. And head up here. And right in here, there'll be one more. Gonna be popping out here. There we go. There we go. There's gonna be a bunch of these antlers in here as well. And the 2 other Brahmin skulls are right here. There's 2 more antlers. There's 2 more Brahmin skulls right here. Let's pick them up so we have 15 there altogether. All right. Let's head back to our camp. We're going to scrap these up. And again, you can scrap them at any workbench, a train station, another player's camp, down at the mall. There's workbenches all over the place. I just like kind of going back to my camp just to kind of set myself up for the next challenge. Makes it a little bit easier that way. This little building is actually a pretty good little spot for a lot of junk items. I think there's another Brahmin skull like down in the basement, now that I think of it. Oh, yeah. I got rid of you guys. Apparently not. Huh. Alright, let's go ahead and scrap these Brahmin skulls. As you can see, there are item stats right in the middle. scrap drink to produce bone. But again, if you are short in time, the bulk and scrap method at your tinker's workbench is the best way to do it. Fastest way, that's for sure. Alright, what's next, Jim? Drink a T5. Alright, so we had this one quite a bit the last, I would say, 3.5 weeks. Been popping up quite a bit lately. So we do have a camp resource available to us in game. It's called the Company Tea Machine. And this is the OG one we got back at the season 15 scoreboard, the old scoreboards we got. So if you're a returning player and you played around that time, you may have this available to you in your building tab, your resource tab, or your build menu, okay? So again, it will passively collect 5 company tea while you play the game. Now, there are other variations of this one, but they are just reskins of this OG one, which pop up in the shop from time to time. Let's go ahead and grab the company tea here. Now, I realize not everyone's going to have a company tea machine or one of the variants, so you can craft your own tea if you so wish. So if you have a cooking station, go ahead and go craft here. I'm going to go all drinks. Now, the tea I like to usually recommend for this particular daily weekly challenge is called the Simple Bloodleaf Tea. And the reason why I usually kind of recommend this one for folks is because blood leaves we can get in all regions in the wasteland. Every region have it, all around the water areas. And again, most certainly one of the best spots, doesn't matter what level you are, is right here between the Wayward and down here through Flatwoods. This little stream here is just polluted with those little blood leaves, okay? And again, I would say every region, every waterway will have blood leaves in around. Let's pop into the Wayward here. So Jimmy and the gym bros ready to go to the gym. Ready to pump some iron. Alright. So again, let's head out back here. Now again, let's say you're a brand spanking new player to the game, and you say, hey Jim, I don't have simple bloodleaf tea available to me. All you do, you go up to a bloodleaf like this and you harvest, burp, you learn simple bloodleaf tea just like that. It's so simple, okay? And we're actually getting counted for harvest a wild plant or fungi at the same time, alright? So just to kind of let you know, you can kind of combine these daily weekly challenges. I know I like to kind of do them one at a time. Sometimes I will combine them, but I usually like to kind of do one at a time just for the folks that I like to use the timestamps. Maybe there's one that's kind of having a hard time with. Alright, so I am getting 2. I am picking up 2 each time. Is that because I have a perk card here? I can hit the right button here, Jim. The perk card I have under perception is called Green Thumb. Reap twice as much when harvesting flora. Okay, and again, I recommend this perk card. Doesn't matter what mutation or no mutation. It's a great perk card to have, especially if you're short on time and you're on public service with other people. Because you can go to these areas and everything be cleaned right out. And this perk card will really help you out. Now, it only counts as 1 when you're harvesting for most crops, not including brain fungus and pumpkins. But again, it will help you in the long run. Like if you're a herbivore mutation, getting those, plant-based meals. Right, so we're going to need, I think, 1 more. We might actually be good, actually. And we'll go after 1 more here. It's kind of that, there we go. Alright, so let's pop over here to a cooking station. Again, any cooking station will do. There just happens to be one right up here by the Overseer's old camp here. Before Wastelanders. Alright, let's go ahead and go craft here. And again, you go all drinks, do it quick and easy. So again, simple bloodleaf tea you automatically learn from picking up a bloodleaf. Alright, let's go ahead and craft these here. There we go. Now we have to drink that tea, so just to kind of show you how it is kind of a plant-based meal, plant-based drink, just to show you under stats and the facts I am a carnivore mutation, and you don't have to waste a reroll on it. Go to our Pip-Boy here, go back under item. Let's start off with a company tea from our company tea machine just to show you how that works, how that counts. There we go. So you can see how it really pays off having camp resources. There we go. And then we'll finish it off with the old-fashioned way. There, simple bloodleaf tea. There we go. Drink a tea, 5 for 5, done. Just like that. Alright, let's see what's next. There's a couple we can do around the same time, like those 2 right there. So let's go ahead, kill Blood Eagle 30. Alright, so if you watched the live stream I made probably about 3 weeks ago, We went after Blood Eagle, so I show you lots and lots of Blood Eagle locations. And I actually went back and I timestamped that entire live stream. So you can kind of watch that live stream now, and you can utilize those timestamps just in case you're new to the game, or you just end up having that little brain fart and you just can't remember where they're all at. And you don't feel like server hopping. So let's take a look at some Blood Eagle locations here. We're more or less looking for this particular icon here in the map. So nice squishy guys. We have the Crosshair, Twin Pine Cabins, Hunter's Ridge. In terms of, we call it a Blood Eagle Alley, like to call it here in the channel. Starts down here, the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Pillbox, the Pigsty, makes his way up this little mountain range up, meets up with the highway there, Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Game Camp, Bloody Franks. Keep going down here. Ripper Alley's not a whole lot of them there, maybe one if you're lucky. The Bounty, just to name a couple great spots for some these Blood Eagles. All right, where are we going to start here? Let's do the old Blood Eagle Alley here. We're going to start down here at the Sludge Works. Let's do it. Again, we need 30 of these guys, so any weapon will do. You have a couple grenades, and that's even better. Nothing real special. You can see how that 30% boost, we're just racking it up. And have a guy. Huh. That's one of the newest things. Like when you see your damage, you see the damage kind of like kind of sprayed out like that. It's kind of neat actually. Because if you have like a 2-shot or a shotgun, I find the damage was always kind of hard to see because there's always on top of each other. Yeah, we're doing a lot better damage now. If you watch the daily challenge video I made, it was like I was shooting at these mole miners, which they all should have been like 1-shots. And but it was taking like 4 shots to kill them. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I did change a few of the perk cards around. As you guys can see, it's a lot better now with the same weapon. But we'll go after them at the end to kind of give you an idea if you're using the Western Spirit or something similar. Yeah, that's a lot better damage. We're only getting like 350 or 349 if we were lucky in the daily challenge video. Yeah, I feel a lot better about this now. Alright, good stuff. So that's pretty much it for here. Let's pop into Roland's Labor Camp. It's going to get a little more hairier here, but that's fine. A little bit of fun. Oh, right guy right there. Huh? He didn't even say it. Usually you can hear them talk. Weird. Must have took his voice box out or something. They removed his voice box. Yeah, that's mean, I know. Hey, listen, I've been up for a long time. I feel a little tired. When I get tired, I get really, really out there. I love that damage, a little damage effect it's doing here. He hid there. Rip my skin off. I got them way over there. Wow.
I promise. I won't hurt you.
That Slayer up there. Where'd they go? Oh, I'm almost dead. Holy. What's happened? Look at that now. That would have been embarrassing. There's like some sort of automatic weapon. Oh, they're there. What are you guys doing hiding in here? Huh? They're hiding in there and they're shooting at me through the wall. Killing me. They're in danger. Got one more left, I think. Way over there. There we go. Hidden. Okay. Go ahead and grab some stuff here. Grab some caps and some rounds while we're here. Why not? Yeah, it's a nice little spot here. It's where you actually find Beckett. It's weird how we're getting shotgun shells and stuff like that. Okay. As you see, all the junk that we get from these guys. All right, let's see what's next here. How many do we got? 21 to 30. Widow's Perch it is. Let's go. Let's do it. I think there's only about 3 or 4 of them here, but we'll just kind of keep going up the old Bloody Go alley here. Yeah, only 4 of them here. Where's the other guy? Oh. I win. Haha. All right. Yeah, usually he kind of runs around the other side and catches up with you, shoots you in the back. Go to the kill box here. We should be able to finish it up here, no problem. There's at least 10 or 11 here at the kill box, at least anyway, on a good day. Now again, someone did mention to me there last week, won't let me load my weapon, that they had trouble going after the Blood Eagles because everywhere they went, they were already kind of killed, and they're on a public server. So that's why I recommend use that live video that I made about 3 weeks ago, and I put those timestamps in just for the folks that are kind of having a harder time finding them. And because again, you can get on those servers, and it could be a busy server, and every one of these places could be cleaned right out. Okay, it's definitely a possibility. All right, let's head upstairs. Should be 2 more here. There we go. Go Bloody Go 30 for 30, just like that. All right. Nice, just racking her up. Rank 10 already. Let's see else here, Jimmy. Complete the event while in a team 5. All right, so again, if you take a look at the description, there's a link to a video called Complete Events for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. We do quite a few events in that video, but the vast majority of them are events that we can spawn in. So I would say there's about a half a dozen events that we can spawn in ourselves on any server, private or public, just by fast traveling to those areas. Now, of course, not all events are like that, but there are half a dozen that are, and I show those ones in that video. You can check that out if you so wish, because we all been on those servers where there's just nothing going on, or there's an event that you that you just don't want to do, so that you can utilize that if you so wish. Now, again, you have to complete an event while in a team. Okay, now you can be on a team with other people. You could be on a team by yourself. It doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm on a private server by myself. We're going to go social right off the main map screen, top right-hand corner. We're going to create a team by ourselves. Now, if you are looking to create a team or join a team just for a daily, weekly challenge, I recommend events, casual, or exploration. Because if you do expeditions, raids, or daily ops, there's an expectation there to do those, okay? So if you're just doing it for solo, just doing it for fun, I recommend events, casual, and exploration. All right, let's just do an events one here just because we're going after events. Again, I'm on as you can see, bottom left-hand corner, I'm on a team by myself. All right, let's go around. We're going to check the map here and see what we got for our events going on. Again, not a whole lot. We have Dogwood Die Off, which is always going on. Let's see what else we got here. Enclave event, surface to air. All right, not a whole lot going on. Let's pop up here to Grafton Station, and we're going to see if we can spawn in either Grafton Day or Protest March. So Grafton's a pretty good spot. Again, 50% chance Grafton Day, 50% chance of Protest March, but both of them are fairly quick to do. Grafton Day just a little bit quicker because you can just the one enemy you have to get rid of. Where Protest March is maybe a couple Scorched, a couple robots for the second wave, but still very easy. Now you can spawn in Grafton, but it brings you to the north side of town. That's where I like to kind of spawn here at the train station. Just a little bit easier, a little bit closer to where you have to be for the events. So all I do is just run right up to this shack here, and the event will pop in. So Protest March, of course, so let's go here. Now, Protest March will always happen in the same spot every single time, and it's right here. I like to kind of jump up on this little generator here. And we're looking for the Scorch with the signs. Now, there will be super mutants around. They have nothing to do with the event. The super mutants are just around because they're just here, okay? As well as the odd mutant hound as well. And maybe the odd floater. But, you know, we're looking more or less looking for the Scorch that are holding the signs, all right? Now, the second wave, I kind of felt, oh, we're leveled up, nice. The second wave will be Scorch holding the signs and robots, all right? But again, you see 30 minutes at the top right-hand corner. It's only going to take us 5 minutes to complete this event. It's going to be very quick. Very quick and easy. What in the world? Okay, never mind. Oh. Wow. Shoot that guy in the face. So now we're on the second wave here now. You can see how they just kind of spawned out of nowhere. Where is this guy at? Oh, he's right down there. Looks like that Scorch is attacking that super mutant there for a bit. This is a great way to get your creatures. Of course, the robots are not counting as creatures, but they will count as enemies. So you can go ahead and do these couple events and get all your enemies at the same time. For that weekly challenge, nice and quick. All right, there's one guy here. There we go. I think we should be done now. Oh, one guy left. Straggler. There we go. Protest march done. Complete the event. Complete the event while in a team 1 for 5. And again, you could be on a team by yourself on a private server. Really up to you what you want to do. Go ahead. We're just going to collect everything because why not? Alright, so I'm not going to do all 5. I just kind of wanted to do at least one just to kind of show you what does have to do. Again, we have all week to do this. This one here will be very easy to do because we have all week. Now these two here we can kind of combine together at the same time. Harvest a wild plant or fungi, and then plant a crop in a workshop or camp in free camp. Alright, so again, wild plants, we can find just wild plants in around the wasteland. Crops such as corn, razor grain, tactile plants, items that you can build in your camp are also included into the wild plant kind of thing. All right, so let's take a look at a couple great locations here. Of course, wild plants can be found all around the forest area, especially in between the Wayward and the Flatwoods and the Vault 76. This little triangle here. So you'll come across like those bluish, pinkish flowers, right? They are also considered wild plants, and there's all kinds of them in this little triangle right here. Again, if you're looking for corn, razor grain, tactile plants, other etc., Aaronhold Homestead, Cobbleton Farm, good little mix there. All kinds of corn here at Silva Homestead, razor grain here at Billings Homestead. Right around the corner from Big Al's Tattoo Parlor under the overpass, we have that little red barn there. Out behind the General Steakhouse, nice little patch of stuff back there. Actually, right here at Foundation, right where you spawn in, you go up that driveway, but you don't go to in Foundation, like through the big doorway. Right to the right-hand side along the wall, there's a nice little patch of corn and razor grain right there. Not a whole lot, but there's a nice little patch right there. There's also some unmarked farms along here, which has different types of flora down there you can kind of grab. And of course, if you have it in your camp already, or if you have a camp that's dedicated to crops, you can go ahead and harvest them that way as well. It's really up to you. Now, in terms of fungi, like glowing fungi, we can find glowing fungi in pretty much every region in the wasteland, more so in around waterways, so such as between the Wayward and Flatwoods, for example. Okay. Little waterways like the Ohio River, for example, as well. One of the best spots for glowing fungi is actually down here at Nuka World on Tour. It's called the Tunnel of Love. Now, you don't have to wait for the Tunnel of Love to be going on. You can walk right into the door. There's all kinds of glowing fungus there, all kinds of, just go ahead and have some fun, pick that stuff up. And as you saw when we were going after the tea, and we're going after those blood leaves down here by the Wayward, they counted as a wild plant or fungi, right? So many great options there for us. Whoa, what is going on there? Holy mackerel. Here's Hair on my neck just stood right up there for a second. Wow. Holy mackerel. There's our little nuclear key card there. Oh, he's going down. If you're looking for a nuclear key card, this guy's got her. And all you do is, it's funny, I've been coming across a lot of these lately. You're gonna need a level 0 pick lock. Here's our nuclear key card there. Nice. And there's our pre-worn money for scrap that to get our cloth. Just like that. Oh yeah. These guys are gonna be coming after me, aren't they? Yeah, they're after me. Ruh-roh. Get up on here for a second. Alright, let's go to Silva Homestead. That was fun kind of thing. Love doing that stuff. I've two-shot that guy. If you actually knock them out of the sky, they actually count as robots. There we go. Yeah. Times. It's almost Jimmy's bedtime here. Now, again, as we discussed, the Perk card under perception is called Green Thumb. Retouches must have been harvesting floor. So when you're picking up 2, okay, you only get credit for 1. So the only type of floor this really seems to work well with is brain fungus and pumpkins. Now, I did try this, I'll say about 3 weeks ago, and it still works, okay? I'm not too sure if it works after this update, of course, but everything else, when we collected 2, it only counted as 1, but brain fungus and pumpkins, when you collected 2, they counted as 2. All right, so just like to kind of mention that to people. So it doesn't really help you too much for daily, weekly challenges, only the brain fungus ones and the pumpkin ones. So we're just going ahead, we're going to collect some corn, as you can see there, harvest the wild plant or fungi. You can collect all the same thing if you so wish. It's really up to you what you want to do. We're just going to collect all the corn here. And again, we're only getting credit for 1, even though we're picking up 2. Let's find there's all kinds of corn here. And it saves you even a lot more time if you have a camp that's dedicated to crops. I know some people do. And it is possible for you to go to these areas on public servers and it'd be cleaned right out. So we'll leave the other ones here. So there we go, 30 for 30 done. But how many did we end up with, Jim? 54 corn. Guess we have that Perk card. Green Thumb. All right. Last one. Plant a crop in a workshop or camp in free camp 25. So you can go ahead, claim your workshop. Any workshop is fine. The one closest to you, your favorite one, whatever you want to do. Once when you claim it, go ahead and plant your crops there. Now you will need fertilizer. Fertilizer is very easily available here in the game. You probably have a lot more of it than you think. We're just going to go right back to our camp and build them in our camp. And I actually recommend, oh, we're a little overweight there. I actually recommend building some corn and razor grain, etc. in your camp. Just for daily, weekly challenges like this, because they pop up all the time. You know, just save you a whole whack of time. You don't even have to leave your camp. What am I looking for? Carry weight booster, that's what. Let's head to our camp here now, Jimmy boy. Oop. There we go. We're making pretty good time here with these weeklies. Pretty awesome. Fairly easy. All right. Go to a nice little area right over here. Nice. All right, let's go back to our build menu here. All right, so we're again at the top of that little sliver there. It has build or modify. Modify is where you would edit, you blueprint, lock, you put your wallpapers on, or you scrap. We're going to go back here to the build section. And we're going to go here under, where's the food at, Jim? Where would the food be at? Huh. Camp pieces. Let's go down the little list here. I don't really see food here, do we? No, we don't. Okay. Well, this is interesting for sure. Would it be under decorations? Yeah, I can't see it being under decorations. Food or fauna. No. Fauna. Well, that certainly is interesting. Yeah, I'm not a big person of lots of change like this, but structure, farming. Huh. Yeah, I apologize for this. Wow. I did not expect it. Just expected to have food. We'll go through each one. And candles, no. Resources. Oh, food right there. The food be under resources, guys. Who'd have funk it? All right, build some corn. 1 corn fertilizer right there. Now, another thing you can do is someone had actually mentioned this quite a few months ago. Is let's say you're on a server. Everywhere you go, it's a busy server. Everyone has the same challenges, of course. All right, you're only able to get 1 corn. All right, all you need is 1 corn and 1 fertilizer. You go ahead and craft it, okay? And then you just go ahead and you go to your modify, and then you scrap it, and you get that corn back. You get the corn back, and you go back to build. So I know it's a little cumbersome. And then build your corn. So we're just going to go ahead and just build it, because we got enough corn here. I don't see it popping up for us, though, for the challenge. Hopefully it's working. Usually it would pop up for us at the same time, but of course, with every change comes with adjustment, right? Getting used to something that you've been playing the game for the longest time. All right, let's make a hard exit out. See how we're doing here. Plant a crop. Oh, we have to do it in free camp, Jim. See, you guys probably knew that. You guys probably knew that right off the hop, didn't you? All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go modify. And we're going to scrap all this stuff. So we had to build it in free camp. See, I was too focused on just trying to find this corn in the old build menu. Resources. Okay, hopefully we remember that. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead. We're going to go back to build. Now you have to go with this in free cam. So you see the bottom of the screen says toggle camera. Whatever button that is for you, that's what you select. And watch what happens at the top of the screen. There's a little camera, has a little set of wings on it. So that's how you know you're in free cam mode. So you have to build these in free cam mode because it obviously wasn't working for us. Okay. Let's go food again. There we go. Let's build our corn here. Now we can see it working there. Now I was wondering what was going on there, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm missing something. Let's give her a check. You just never know, man. And yeah, make sure you're in free can mode the first time, so you're not wasting too much time. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna plant these wherever. I'm gonna get rid of them here anyway. But as either way, I'm always going to show you where to get this stuff at. But, you know, if you're just playing the game, having fun, I always recommend to folks to just kind of have a camp or have some corn or razor grain, because they will satisfy a lot of daily, weekly challenges, not just for harvesting, but corn or razor grain. You can craft beer, you know, fermentable beer for those daily, weekly challenges. So there we go, done. There we go. Hard exit. Probably about 3 more seconds. Wow. Let's take a look at these weeklies. I think we're done here now. Yeah, we are. So again, as I mentioned, I'm not going to do all 5 of these, but very easy to do. Just you could be on the team by yourself or with other people. Nice. Weapon of the day here, Jim. Let's take a look at that real quick. Again, a lot more happier with the how this performed as compared to our daily challenge video in those mole miners. 2-shot hunting night vision lever action rifle, +1 projectiles, +75% damage, +50% chance to hit target in VATS, +100% fast movement speed while aiming, night vision, 2-shot VATS enhance, nimble, iron receiver, true long barrel, true stock long night vision scope suppressor, hunter lever action paint, 325 times 2 damage. It's quite a bit of damage. 45 ammo, 5, and single fire. So again, as I mentioned before, lever action rifles do not have a mod for the magazine or the tube for this type of weapon. So if you are looking for more ammo for lever action, you will need the Western Spirit, which of course you can get for free by completing the Most Wanted event down at Nuka World on Tour. Yeah, good times. Perk cards. Let's take a look at these perk cards here. So again, the old Rifleman build, but the only change I made from the daily challenge video was I added number cruncher. For whatever reason, it went from like 191 times 2 to that 3 whatever it was times 2 with this. I don't know how it makes any sense, but it's literally the only card I changed between doing the daily challenge video, which I made just before this one, and this weekly one. So yeah. Legendary perk cards. These had these for quite some time. Very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Yeah, a good little bit of a training session here today for not only you guys but myself. You know, for the new build menu. Of course, it's nicer. It's a little easier to navigate, especially when you have a lot of stuff like me, like a whack of stuff. It's really hard to makes building a little frustrating because it takes you a very long time. But yeah, this is something to get a little bit used to, of course, you know, to be flexible. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Eberts, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mitchell Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Yes Me, That's Me, Drew Andrew, Confounded Bridgeway Warner, John DJ59, Picaresque, Grant Tritno, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Dan Ferreira, Benny Bunny, AJ Foltz, A, Aussies1. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.